Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, the Viking here, of course. And yesterday, some still images from Zack Snyder's new Netflix zombie genre film, Army of the Dead, were released by Entertainment Weekly. Two cool shots, didn't show much for the plot or anything like that, but just give us another look at all the characters that's going to be in this epic, probably one of the biggest zombie films of all time, Army of the Dead, which I can't wait for, which is to come out sometime in 2021 on Netflix. Now, of course, he made this movie before the Snyder Cut was released. He had it all shot, all that kind of stuff. So, looking forward to that big time. We get the Snyder Cut this year, and we get Army of the Dead with a pretty stacked cast of diverse actors from all across the world. Now, the main actor I know of this cast is Dave Bautista. Watched him in the WWE, of course, big from the Guardians of the Galaxy and Avenger movies as Drax. So it's pretty cool to have him in this movie, and I bet that will gather a lot of attention. But basically, all we know is that the plot for this movie is they go to Las Vegas in a zombie outbreak to get some money, it looks like, in a vault. But an interesting thing arose from these pictures yesterday. If you look to the left side of this picture here, you can see some canisters, some film canisters, and yeah, that shot does look very familiar. It looks like the shot that Zack Snyder released on Vero a little while ago, saying it does exist in terms of him referring to the Snyder Cut. Now, I think I said in a video on this before, I definitely said it on one of my videos, that I think there will be Easter eggs, there will be hints in Army of the Dead towards Zack Snyder's other movies, and especially the Snyder Cut, because at the time they were filming Army of the Dead, the Snyder Cut was still a pipe dream. It wasn't announced, it wasn't going to be released, it was still a dream for all those fans and Zack Snyder. So I'm sure there's going to be some little Easter eggs, some little hints regarding the Snyder Cut and its existence in this movie, which is going to be pretty cool. And I can almost guarantee you that we'll have a lot of stuff like that, which is cool. So we will break down shots not only in Zack Snyder's Justice League for 2021, but also the zombie massive film that's coming on Netflix, Army of the Dead. Now, what I'm interested about this film is it's a very diverse cast from all parts of the globe, which will be a big attraction on Netflix because Netflix is absolutely everywhere. So I'm sure this will get a lot of views and a lot of attention. The prequel of this Army of the Dead story has already been filmed, which is also coming to Netflix sometime as well, and an anime show, and already some big actors lined up for that animated series, which is going to be awesome. Of course, Zack Snyder directed Dawn of the Dead in 2004, one of the first DVDs that I ever bought, and a movie that I watched and loved, not even knowing who Zack Snyder was, because around the time that I first watched Dawn of the Dead was in 2010, and that was the year that I fell in love with the Walking Dead series. So that year for me was big for zombie content and really got me into the genre. So I'm so excited for the Zack Snyder Army of the Dead movie coming this year. But it was a pretty cool Easter egg that we got to see in that picture that was released yesterday of the film canisters. It looks like the ones that he released a few months ago on Vero. It looks like the same image. Now I wonder, will someone take this film canister with them? Will they refer to it? Will they talk about it as being the Holy Grail? Is the money, is the heist in this movie actually a metaphorical thing for the Snyder Cut as a whole? I bet you it has some kind of resemblance to it, which is going to be awesome. But guys, we got two pictures yesterday. What did you think of them? Not much to go by in terms of plot, but the characters all look badass, and this movie is going to be full of action, and probably one of the biggest zombie movies of all time. Zack Snyder said that Warner Brothers didn't want to invest in this movie. That's why he went to Netflix. Like, what's the story with Warner Brothers there? They have this huge director with a huge fan base, and people always talk and always come out to see his movies, even to hate watch them. But it gets a lot of online buzz whenever a Zack Snyder movie or even image comes out. It usually trends. So why would Warner Brothers not want to work with Zack Snyder, one of the most unique directors out there right now? One of my biggest fears about the Snyder Cut getting expanded into more movies is that if Warner Brothers don't start showing Zack Snyder some respect, Netflix will wrap him up and make him a Netflix exclusive director and greenlit anything that Zack Snyder wants to do with no questions asked, because of the fan base, because of the attraction that he has. There was rumors before that Netflix were inquiring about the Snyder Cut as well. I don't know if that's true or not, but it just shows you how much attention they're willing to give Zack Snyder and his work, why can't Warner Brothers do the same thing? They had Army of the Dead, and then they licensed it, they sold it out to Netflix, which might end up being a bad mistake. Because HBO Max is very much alive right now, and Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out on that in March. Now that's a huge hit. They could have had this next big feature from Zack Snyder to show on their platform and to say, oh, you love the Snyder Cut? Well, Zack Snyder has another movie coming about zombies coming on HBO Max in August or September. You know, he could have done things like that. But Netflix, fair play to them, they saw the potential. They got Army of the Dead and they decided, look, we'll release this. You want a prequel? Okay, you want animated shows? There you go. You know, so that's my biggest fear is Netflix signs Zack Snyder up to a big deal. But the thing is about that is that it's probably better for Zack Snyder creatively. They'll let him do exactly what he wants to do with no strings attached, you know. So we'll have to wait and see how things go with the Snyder Cut, but it just shows how poor Warner Brothers are, that they didn't have the faith in Zack Snyder to produce a really good zombie movie, and they sold it off to Netflix. But I'm sure they're regretting that now with HBO Max very much alive, and they need content for that. But it's very interesting, guys. But guys, what do you think of these two images? Are you excited for Army of the Dead? Are you a zombie genre fan like I am? Do you think those are the film canisters from the Snyder Cut? Do you think it was a big mistake from Warner Brothers not to have trust in Zack Snyder? Guys, like, comment, subscribe, let me know below. Have a good day, and I'll see you for the next video.